Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Researchers say Hong Kong millennials tend to delay adulthood more than their parents. An increasing number is going for further studies and living at home instead of transitioning into the workplace and financial independence.
Sherry Zhang, aged 26, works with an NGO that organizes events for university students. Born in Tianjin, she moved to Hong Kong in 2010 to attend City University, where she recently got a master's degree in international relations. Over the years, she's made some close friends. They do charity work such as feeding the poor.
Every time when I have resources, I would just ask people, "Hey guys, let's do it." They have the rice. Okay, let's do it. Let's touch it. Come on.
Let's get some chicken or something out of
Okay.
this.
Okay.
About once a month, when she has spare cash after paying her bills, Sherry buys and distributes food in Wan Chai.
Majority of them, they're old people, elderlies. I think some of them, they used to be drug addicts. And some people, I think maybe they have a home, but they don't have community. They don't really have people to care about them. Hello, uncle. Hello. 我哋有好多蛋糕啊，叉燒飯。Okay, sit up.
Sherry says she wants to work at the United Nations to continue helping the marginalized. She's studying for an exam required to get into a special UN youth program. She's also applied to a university in France to do a master's degree in human rights to get closer to this dream.
The present generation, they are told that when you get highly educated, you can have chance to have upward mobility.
Academics is one of the main ways to secure our generation's future career goal.
You find that increasing number of young people, they are staying in higher education. They're living with their parents. They're not getting married. So all these are suggesting that the phenomenon of delaying adulthood is also found in Hong Kong.
The experiences in Hong Kong for me really give me an insight. It really encouraged me, to let me know that I can have a chance to make a difference, for my future. I can actually give a shot for my dream.
Hong Kong has some 167,000 Filipino maids and 14,322 other Filipinos not on domestic helpers visas. Many were born here. Jan Yumel came at age 2 with her dad, a musician, and her mom, a restaurant worker.
In Hong Kong, I feel that they see more of us as domestic workers than actual, Filipino people contributing to Hong Kong, that kind of stuff. So, yes, we're here. We're not a big group.
Jan had graduated from high school here, but wasn't accepted into a university.
My parents didn't have high-paying jobs back then, so I felt like I didn't have that adequate financial support to pursue what I want to do. I went to the Philippines
and studied journalism at a college in Manila. Returning to Hong Kong, she juggled a few service industry jobs before joining a Filipino newspaper, but was laid off last year.
If general youth encounter so much difficulties in transiting into adulthood, ethnic minorities, they have extra hurdles. The language is alienated to them.
Jan says her limited Chinese language skills are a barrier. She has managed to pay off her own school loans and is helping her younger brother with his college loans. Jan says many of her Filipino friends are struggling with school debt.
I want to change this vicious cycle of children having to pay for their own education. There's no financial support and emotional support to get them through college. I've lost
fellow Filipinos to let's say, drug overdose, drug abuse. So many of our talented teenagers have become young moms. Some of them feel like they weren't given enough options, I guess. So they end up working at a young age.
About 50% of the economy actually is the service sector. So you can see if young people, after they got a very good education or high educational attainment, they still have to enter these kinds of jobs.
Visit our Facebook page.
Currently a freelancer journalist, Jan started a bilingual English-Tagalog radio program on Digital Broadcasting Corporation called Pinoy Fuse.
I felt like I needed to fight all the misconceptions. The key here is really to educate. On culture, the Filipino culture.
By instilling cultural pride in fellow Filipinos, Jan hopes to raise their self-esteem.
I want them to realize that we have significant roles to play.
Israel, aged 21, barely graduated from his Mongkok High School last June.
I was a bad student. I hung out with triads. We fought, drank, smoked, and bullied others. We stayed in parks. Sometimes we did crazy things, stealing.
Lem, a youth worker in Mongkok, began to mentor Israel 2 years ago.
So Israel could easily, if there were times where like a dozen guys would beat him up, and there were times where he beat someone up until the other person went into the hospital.
After graduation, Israel says he and his mates couldn't find stable jobs.
Only found laborers' jobs in restaurants, construction sites. Worked in a kitchen for 3 days. Had to stand all day, scolded by the cook. Too hard, so I quit.
We have an expansion of service industries in Hong Kong. So actually, young people, they are engaged in those very labor-intensive work, like waitress, salespersons, and their lack of development or training for these young people.
Louisa says limited career opportunities for youth aggravates the prevalence among Hong Kong millennials of delayed adulthood. Israel still lives with his parents.
I think the class position of young people is really, really important. Young people of lower income brackets, the parents are of working class, they find it difficult to have to survive. Not to mention to self-express their own ideas. They feel so insecure.
Lam and wife Diana came from California to Hong Kong in 2011 to work with at-risk youths in a center in Mongkok.
As a person, as a society, we can definitely help these young people. I've met girls that sell their body to make money, boys and girls that sell drugs to make money. Nobody's there to tell them, oh, this might not be the best way. And one way we can help them is to be a big brother, big sister. Just invest in their lives. Invest values, good values.
At Lem's center, Israel learned to play drums.
No drums at home and at school. I found them in the center. They changed my life. Makes my life more substantial. I don't play video games at home anymore. I was lost. Life was meaningless. Lem's found me a job.
A part-time job in media production, taking photos and video. He gives $1,200 of his $6,500 monthly wage to help his parents pay the rent for their flat.
It is a place for people like us. They're very nice, not like at home. No one talks over meals. I feel I have a home here.
My friends are here. We eat and play. So happy.
Well, thank you for watching our show. It will be re-aired on Saturday as well as on tvb.com. Until next time, from the Pearl Report team, good night, good luck, and good health.